A few hours from now, Karmelo Anthony's attorneys will be back in court fighting for a new trial.
Anthony was convicted of murdering Austin Metcalf at a Frisco track meet last year. Our Janelle Fort is live for us at the Collin County Courthouse, where a new judge is taking over the appeal. Janelle?
Well, Dee and Matt, there is no doubt that yesterday was a win for Karmelo Anthony's new legal team, but today comes the much harder part. They now have to convince that new judge that there were problems serious enough during that first trial that it warrants him having a new trial. So here to contextualize all of this for us this morning is our legal expert, Keith Harris. Keith, thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
Good morning.
I know you were in the courtroom when they made that verdict back in June. You were also in the courtroom yesterday. Can you kind of walk us through what we can expect today?
So today, my understanding is that there will be witnesses to testify as to why there should be a motion for a new trial or why the motion for a new trial should be granted. There were talk in the motion for a new trial about things that were denied or things that didn't happen. And I think that today there will be witnesses that testify just to give more context and a better record of that so that the judge can consider if those matters warrant a new trial. So that's my understanding of what will be expected today, is just hearing from witnesses.
And I think the big question for a lot of folks at home is, what is the likelihood of this actually happening, of him actually getting a new trial? In your professional opinion, what would you say?
You know, I don't know. I think that a lot is still left to be heard and the record to be made known better with the testimony of these witnesses. So, I mean, overall, if we look at historically on motions for new trials, they're not granted a lot. So, I mean, it's a high hurdle for the defense and a high hurdle that they're going to have to make. But we'll see. I mean, with the testimony of these witnesses today, if that gives more context to things for a judge to make a determination.
A lot of people were surprised with what happened yesterday. Were you surprised?
I wasn't. And the reason why I wasn't is because I think even the judge said that although he felt that Judge Roach would be impartial if matters came before him, that the law required him to recuse him. And I think when you look at recusal, the reason for that is so that the public, if there's any kind of doubt that the public would have as to whether or not the appearance of impartiality based off of whether it's the interview or based off of conduct, then law requires that the judge recuse the sitting judge. And I think that that's what happened yesterday.
Thank you so much for providing that perspective for us. Keith, we'll be in the courtroom today as well as our reporters, and we'll keep you updated as new developments come in. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right. Thank you so much, Janelle. This has been a story that has been making national headlines for months. Stick with WFAA all day long as our coverage of this high-profile case continues on. We'll have updates on air and on our streaming app as well.